Let's put my camera back. Let's get marbles closed. I can hear some stuff coming, and we can maybe talk a little bit about North America. I think oh, you requested a timeout on Ren the Ugly Chungus. Oh. See you in 10 minutes, Ren, but you know, what can you do? Poor losers and all that, right? Poor losers. Alright, let me change this to NA as well. So we're in fitting. Oh, where did it go? There we go. Oh, I think there's a gap right now as well. Let me select for webcam, will you? I'm actually thumbed in the bag. Alright, is that the gap gone? It's hard for me to see on my screen. I've gone too far. Gap gone, no amplify? Alright, let me do that. Marbles is closed. I've got another message. Is it a good message? It's in the sports channel. He's at the back. I mean, he certainly seems a tad offside in that. A tad offside in that situation. I have to admit, even as someone who might be biased in this. Alright, for the loyal mods, I will be uploading the VOD right here, right now. For the OWCS versus Twisted Minds game. Ooh. Alright, so yeah, game-wise today. Oh, no spinning right now. Game-wise today, Shikigmai versus Timeless, Amplify versus SSG. Obviously, we know how I all feel about SSG. We all know how I feel. That's why I just say that sentence. About SSG. They're going to be dominating today. Should be a slam dunk for Hunter and the boys. Similarly, I think Cap and the boys should be feeling very much the same about their series. So yeah, not the most exciting day for North America. We're very much feeling the effects of like the stat week 1 that we had essentially. Where we had so many games in that first week that were actually just like the big games. It's very much going to be having lots of these sort of top v bottom ties, I think, for a while in this one. Position to get their name changed to Hunter and the boys. I feel like in the interest of my paycheck, I'm going to actually veto that one. Alright, let's see what we are working with right now. Two secs. Just checking something. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Locking back in. I'm with you now, chat. With you now. I lied. I'm just checking one more thing. But then I'm actually with you for real. For real. Alright, now I'm with you for real. For real. There's a Spaceman helmet in the Marble store? Fuck. Maybe I'll only be tapping into that. You're not one of the boys? I just work in the same building. Obviously, I talk to Max a lot, but that would have happened anyway. I don't turn up to the scrims. That's hold on. Just put my heating on actually. Just a little bit. Just maybe a cheeky like 45 minutes or something, you know, to warm up. Heating's not actually been on all day, so surely I can afford 45 minutes of heating. Alright, North America locking in. Should be 2 straightforward wins, but maybe we even said that... maybe we would have said that about maybe Twisted Minds out over OWCS here as well. So you never know, right? You never know. yeah, for people asking about it, basically Torb and Sim work very much as a bit of a hazard counter. At least that's certainly the way it's felt for a lot of teams as this comp has sort of come into popularity. Alright, so interesting to see if Timer's going to lean into it. Maybe, you know, questions over, does Riker have a ball, or are they going to lean into something else? We'll be getting a Lijiang Tower to start us off here. First ban is going to be Sim from Timeless. Second ban is going to be Ball from Shikigami. Maybe some question marks here, actually, Shikigami, because it feels like Shikigami is... obviously, the idea of banning the ball is you don't want to play the ball version of a comp. You want to just maybe try and force it back either towards Hazard or towards some other version. But is Lijiang really the map you're worried about ball on as much? I mean, it is playable on Lijiang Tower, but I feel like there's like more scary ball maps where you can shift the matchup more. So maybe a question of Shikigami spending this ban too early, but it feels a little bit harsh to say that really, because Shikigami, massive underdogs here, right? So really our play into any map is going to be a pretty decent result for them, honestly. So really just take everything, right? Take everything. Looks like Timeless are going to be starting on a more traditional DPS line. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, thank you, no idea.
Wouldn't it be better for the objectively worse team to force a cheeky odd com? Like,
I mean,
there is no way Shikigami wins this in a hazard mirror. I'd rather even the field with a new comp.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable enough. But I think they're kind of doing that by taking the ball away, right? By taking the ball away, they can still play stuff like the Torb themselves and make Hazard feel hard and force it to a different comp. The problem is, if you force it to a different comp and then your Sombra dies immediately, you're also going to have problems here. A little bit surprised to see Danny roll out on the Sombra, actually, considering they had banned Ball. I feel like the Sombra's power in this comp really comes from playing and punishing that Ball, but Drunk once again proving that Torb is just the best hit scan. Just a better sniper than the Sojourn. Takes Chopper down before the fight right now, and they are back in this point. Contesting it immediately, trying to take some space. Drunk there, reload, overload available to keep going as well. Pressure now, it's a backshot situation, but off the map goes Solo. How did Solo end up on the wrong side of him there? And Riker's going to force him off. And that's going to be time that's not just actually getting the first cap, but nice, tidy cleanup. And Regime's going to extend his respawn time a couple of seconds. And a nice steady first fight for Timeless. No ults to speak of just yet, but Timeless's ults are right around the corner. Ray, Beat, Terra Surge. Everything can make it really hard, as Solo will be going on to the Orisa mirror right now. Turret will just absorb a few bullets more than anything. Riker's going to trade spins here. A little bit of bumper cars out the front right now. Rocket's trying to mark the left-hand side flank as this Ray push comes in. No ults to respond with Shikigami. They have to take a step back. They take that step back. They not taking enough of the step back. Couldn't get Solo out of there. The spin trade happening first before the support ult. Forcing that Forza 5 and chasing with it allows Timeless to push with that and get the kill. But now, obviously, one ult used, nothing on the side of Shikigami. Ult advantage for Regime coming back with this Ray push right now. Honestly, Timeless though, they've got the Terra Surge, they've got the Blade. They can actually still play aggressively with some sort of Terra Surge Blade combo. They know which way they're coming right now. Riker's making his way. Terra Surge at the choke, double support ult and a Molten Core thrown out. Bash landed onto Rocket, but he's right back in for more. Care the floor, it's going to be very sticky, Rocket. They've traded a Ray for a lot of ults there in reality. And now Danny pushing in. It's just an overclock situation. Danny has used it on point, but Chopper gets the better of him. Chop was in fine form last week, and he's going to keep on chopping for this one. A 1-for-1 trade only, though, as Chopper dives into the back card. Just behind for finishing blow. First one was a miss, but actually, Solo's pushed him off the side of a map here, and Trunk's going to trade this one. I think it's just Rocket and Squid left standing as this ticks over, and it's 100-0 for Timeless on this first one.
Score 1-0.
And alright, kind of probably the expected result, right? Timeless did come in heavy favourites as we go into Control Center now. No sim available on this one, but another good map for Torb here. Interesting, we've not really seen Timeless lean into any of what we're seeing in some of the new heroes on that first one. Shikigami going to try and shift it right now, going over onto the Mauga potentially here. Mauga Venture. We've seen a lot of very effective Venture play coming out across the day as we've gone into this sort of like a new range of DPS heroes involved in the meta. Timeless vote, playing a little bit of Mystery Heroes at the start. It's going to be Torb, Cass from them, back from Squid as well. And Vimalga will be stuck by Solo as they come slamming in here. So all about, can Solo find these slam engage timings? He's got to avoid taking damage. And then when he comes, he's got to find something good. Tries to get on Luke. Lamp from Squid is forced immediately. And Danny's going to die on the way in. That's not the venture value we've been seeing all day. And Timeless going to absorb this initial stomp. No problem. Maybe a teeny problem because Drunk's actually got a trade, but a really manageable problem there for Timeless. And that'll be first fight going their way, and Riker's going to step up to the choke right now. They have to go, obviously, pick up their player from spawn, so they might not be able to actually commit to this forward hold, and Riker's going to be backing it up down main right now, just trying to farm what ult charge he can. Burrow underneath from Danny, not finding anything all too meaningful, but they get themselves back in a point fight situation. Graveyard worth noting on the back, but Riker's just going to get a magic pick on Drunk. Alright, it can happen. Now forced all the way back, underground again for Danny. Forced all the way out and disengaged, and Timeless looking... Yeah, Timeless looking good right now. Complete control. Deflect through the choke from Drunk. Tries to get him a little bit of space. Takes a bunch of damage. Solo coming back with his slam. But Squid has window on this next engage. And oh my god, he has window. Stop through the window. Lamp is forced again by Squid. But he's getting shot through the window from the other side. Rocket's going to get a cheeky hammer kill. Surprise, is that our first hammer kill of the day? Took us all the way to North America to get a hammer kill? Come on, guys. Is anyone trying today? Clearly, Rocket is. Rocket's always, you know. He's next up. Next up, tour player. And now they've got... Well, still no ult Shikigami. Getting very close to this window, very close to this blade, but certainly on the back foot. Drunk might go all the way behind, start forcing point. Force Timeless to take a step away from this choke. Create a bit of space for his team. Not committing to the point, but taking Chopper's attention. Chopper will mark that flank, but now Shikigami, they walk out the choke. They're going to window on point right now. Timeless just going to wait, because that window's really far back and it's not going to do anything to them. So they might concede the flip for this, but they can maybe even recontest. Rocket's going to dip his toes on here, but runs into a Malga. Beat response from Luke Mino. Ray out from Regime right now. Molten Core from Rocket to make it hard to move in that... High Noon's going to make it even harder to move in that rate. Chopper gets one. Blade in the back from Drunk. It's a one and escape from Drunk, though. He's going to come back in. No more slashes, really, with this blade. Riker still has the Terror Surge. Cage was thrown out on point, and they are in the cage. That sets up Danny and Regime for those kills. And Riker won't commit the Terror Surge there. You often see Terror Surge as a pretty decent ult to use into cage. Can disrupt the ability for the Malga team to win that. But, oh, Checkmate got one as well. Good shout, Duck Person. Glad one of us is paying attention. Because it's certainly not me. But okay, a good retake for Shikigami. Fight win on the board. Nice to get that out nice and early, at least on the first map. Overclock soon for Danny right now, but Riker's going, but over deflect. Okay, straight back at him. One shot there as he tries to come through the choke, and Shikigami going to get a bit more time off the clock here. Chance to build up to the rest of that overclock. Timeless Phone have a pretty good combo here. Terror Surge and Window if they can find it. Riker's just pushed everyone back for now. They force him out. The Window is, I mean, kind of needed to use it just to try and heal Riker. And Rocket's found a pick through the window anyway somehow. How on earth has he found that pick through there? Either needle type stuff. Riker's going to keep walking forward. Spear back to clear Solo. And because of that opening pick, they've just conceded all the space. And Rocket's good for 2. He absolutely... Is he even using his gun? Another kill for him as well. Now in control of the choke. Desperate situation for Shikigami. They have to get the touch right now. Solo's going to come flying through. Overclock to take some space. Disengage to the point for Timeless. They have come on the point, and Riker wants to suck him into that come. I know how it sounds. Lap come through to make sure that goes off for Riker. He gets 2 as a result. The combo is powerful. The old suck and blow, I think they call that one. 2 hammer kills, 2 round wins. And a dominant start here for Timeless, as expected from the heavy favourites in this series. Ooh. Next, marbles, can you please look at my awesome marble question mark? Is this an in-game item, San? Try and remind me at the time, but I'll also try and remember. You love no matter how wacky the meta is, Life Weaver is always arse. Yeah. I mean, yeah. What can you do? Kellen, it's not time to play yet. We're not marbling now. We'll get a quick one in before you... Guys, don't boost Kellen now. Save it for the game. How else is it? How else are they going to beat Amplify? Locking Danny in this game, mate. Fuck. Why have I got another message? It's an announcement? Oh, okay. It's an uninteresting announcement. I would be on Torb. I mean, it's your go-to hero, Danny. So, you're right. You're right. I mean, if you were on Torb, it'd be over. You're playing Sim, Kellen? Kellen, last week you told us you were the best. You were a top 4 flex support in North America. What is Sim? Top 4 as well, or higher? I like how he's still Toronto Danny. Even not Team Liquid Danny, still Toronto Danny. Alright, Nabani map pick from Shikigmai. What do they even what if they even want to shift the meta to? This is a classic, like a classic just terrible situation for Shikigmai, where it probably just feels like the other team is heavy favourites in almost all situations. So I mean, this is what No Idea was talking about with the bits before, about like, is it better just to make it wacky? And it can be, but a lot of the time as well, sometimes if you just make it chaotic and deathmatchy, inevitably in a chaotic and deathmatchy situation, a lot of the time the team with the better players will just win those situations. So I mean, it's, you know, rock and a hard place type thing, really. Yeah, there's only one Danny in Overwatch. He's a man of many talents, the master of the draft docs, the master of translation, and one of the players on Shikigmai. Can we get another Danny episode? At some point, yeah. At some point, yeah. Danny's always good for another one. But people hate Danny. But the people are wrong. Danny is good for it. We should test if we've gotten popular enough. We'll do like the Danny litmus test. If we can tank for Danny debuff. Might be tricky. There was already a Danny 2 question. I mean, that explains it, Grant. That says everything, Grant. Yeah, there was a Danny 2. Oh, poor Danny. Don't put Danny in the title, but Toronto Defiant assistant coach. That's actually not the worst idea. I mean, Danny's actually a good guest. The quality of Danny in the episodes, he offers good insight, he tells you behind the scenes. He's actually quite witty and quite funny as well. Happy to be quite candid with how stuff happens. Unfortunately, nobody cares. But, you know, can't buy popularity. You can't draft friends, as they say. Alright. Let's leave Danny alone now and go see how Shikigmai are going to get abused in this next map. It's going to be Hazard ban out from Shikigmai, so trying to force away from that time. That's going to ban Baptiste in response. And Shikigmai want to go dive. They think that is the solution for them. Can't hurt to try, I think, you know. Underdog team, keep trying different matchups. Still a bad day to have ahead, as Graveyard's going to have these taken off by Choppers. So, bit of a rough start for Shikigmai. No Ana, no main source of healing, no Danny. I said I know we were going to leave Danny alone, but Chopper doesn't seem to have got the memo. And that's about as straightforward a first point of Nambani you're ever going to see. Danny's going to make the swap onto Sojin as well. Late touch here from Drunk, which will save him a second. And I mean, I guess take what you can get right at this point. Exclamation mark replay should get you all the codes as well if you're after the replay codes from earlier. Oh my god! Leave him alone, Graveyard. He's just a kid. He's just... This poor young man. He has no face. He has no head. And, alright, this might be the easiest second point. Easiest second point you ever see. Still nowhere close to any of these ults. In fact, the only person who seems to be in closer anytime soon is Chopper. Shields up, for the love of God, Regime. We need to keep Graveyard's head on his shoulders. Chopper's going to go through with a flank. Just run into a Tracer. Vosa Drunk will keep him back. Looking to thread the needle a little bit through a couple of doors right now, Chopper, but can't find anything. Tracer has been forced back. Recall committed by Drunks, and now Chopper can really force him out of this situation. So Solo is going to take over marking it, but they punish Drunks' lack of recall. Now they're walking forward. Danny is forced back. Chopper can't connect that one. Nearly has the overclock though. Maybe don't even need it. They're so far back. They're completely out, but torpedoes catch them. Graveyard keeps his head, but everyone else falls, and I don't know. Just getting pushed over. This is about the amount of effort Timeless is exerting right now is about the amount of effort it took Hunter to change his mind on banning Tracer on map 5 last week. Which, maybe you don't quite completely get that reference yet, but watch Uncoachable this weekend and you will get that reference. Alright, full ults up for Timeless. 5.5 minutes in the bank. Big dive onto the backline right now. Nano out from Solo. Pulse Bomb goes wide from Drunk right now. Timeless trying to absorb. Lumino doesn't actually have the beat yet, but they weren't even forced to use it. Nothing from those two ults, and now a raid push from Squid. They're trying to chase it. Nade forces Rocket to be defensive. Now a Primal in the back. Lucas may be in trouble. Solo doesn't get it off. Regime was rallying. Oh, disaster here. Danny finally gets a trade right now, but Rocket coming through with a blade. Defensive nade, but over health from the beat will keep Rocket nice and safe and able to keep chopping through that backline. And, I mean, this is feeling like a 4-minute time bank all of a sudden, right? Chopper's going to have overclock on this next one. Whoa! Little bit of time travel for us there. Fast forwarding through life. It's a plug, Enks. It's a plug. Solo coming back in with the Primal, and oh boy, does Shikigami need something right now. They feel just a little bit vulnerable, a little bit fragile. Primal will be committed. Juno is juggled back, trying to juggle the Diva in, looking for that one. Riker will escape to the top, boops in one more time. Can they find this kill? Riker does have self-destruct, really trying for this kill. Bubble off as well. Can they kill the baby? Torpedo swing from Squid will keep him safe, and here comes Chopper. So much damage, just going to run straight through this Winston, no problem. Chopper sliding in, looking for more as well, taking this jewel. This is for rail. Doesn't matter though. Free for Chopper on that repush, and that'll be the cart tapped in. 4 minutes, 3 seconds. They finish with more time than they started with. And all right. Yeah, it's looking rough out here. Squid says they won't be playing Torps in this game. Okay. I mean, they don't need to. Does the... Oh, sorry. I thought you were just making a joke, but does the clock go down to 2 minutes now? It depends what time Shikigami get. If Shikigami get... I presume it's over 2 minutes. The time will go down to like 2 minutes minimum. So let's say this was... Let's do a harder one. This was like 3:30. What would happen is this would go down to 2 minutes, and then whatever the difference is, so in this case 34 seconds, this would go down to 2 minutes and 34 seconds. It's really mainly designed to make ranked a little bit quicker in a lot of situations, so you don't have these crazy long games. But it's just how the rule set works as well. If, on the other hand, let's say Shikigami finished, but they only have 1 second left on the clock, what would happen is it would go up to a minute right now, and Timeless's time would be boosted by that 59 seconds they've added to it to make it all fair and even. And that's where you'd get a really mismatched situation where this would be, what, 5 minutes and 2 seconds. No, tomorrow 7 AM for Uncoachable. On Patreon tomorrow, and then Sunday for the Spotify and YouTube release. That's your preferred way to enjoy it. And Rocket is on the Torb right now for this defense. Riker will be on the Diva. Going to be more dire from Shikigami right now. Sleep onto Riker as well. Potential opening. Going to clear the turret right now. Allows them to at least take down that turret to get a little bit of space. We've got eyes on the Torb, but a little bit too deep to push, really. Just trying to bully their way through main build. This Nano as they go, Shikigami. No meaningful commitments yet from Solo. It's actually a dash force out of Drunk now. Crossfire set up now. Hard for Shikigami to try and break, but Drunk gets his head taken off right now. Chopper's got the full pocket. You can see they've got Chopper top right, Riker contesting top left, bottom left for Rocket as well. Really difficult for him to come in. And Rocket, that's number 3. Oh, Cursor. Every time. Every time. I got it, guys. I got it. It only took me 1 minute and 15 seconds. Okay. 3 for Rocket. He's up to 3 hammer kills already in this series. Trying to come out top this time. Graveyard nearly has this Nano, but Squid, he's literally got the Ray. There's no way to deny it at this point. Coming out top right now. Nano boost in hand. Going onto Drunk. Doesn't have the blade, but they're just going to try and get it done the old-fashioned way, but this is not the old-fashioned way to get it done as well. Chopper's going to get himself on the Mega Drunk. Is he okay? Is he okay? Oh. Oh. That was a rally invested. That was the Nano invested. Drunk is not okay. Get this man a drink right now. Copy's going to be forced out here of Danny as well. He just killed Luke Mino here, so he's trying to force it out. Respawn advantage is there. They have actually cleared Chopper off top left. Actually going to trade on Riker. Riker doesn't have a Mega there. So Riker is actually deep behind enemy lines here if they can find that kill. He's going to try and get to the Mega and try and remech right now. Doesn't get the remech. Self-destruct finds nothing. And Shikigami, they've got an opening. Oh, really out of nothing. Just a solo play from Danny there, getting the trade on Luke Mino. Now slide in from Chopper. Beat comes in to keep him safe from that Diva pressure. And now the overclock is going. Deflex, I think, still available from Drunk right now. This Diva has not left Chopper's side at all. Will be forced out of mech. Self-destruct is there. They get far enough back, but Regime is cleaned up. The player split on point. But here comes Riker back on Doom. Luke Mino here to pocket Chopper as he swings. They need to keep it contested there. And Riker's trying to do his best, but they need Chopper to find kills. And actually, Riker had to get off point. So that's first point conceded. Nade's going to catch them on the disengage here, but I don't know if Shikigami can find any of these kills. Either way, though, Graveyard is up to a second Nano, and Drunk is up to a first Blade. So now if they can just move the cart for as much as they can get away with for free, then drop a Nano Blade, maybe a pretty reasonable situation. And Shikigami, step by step, are clawing their way back into this series and back into this map. Backed off to the choke for now. Maybe trying to bait in Timeless a little bit. Rocket has the Molten Core ready to go. Solo down to half HP. And here goes Drunk. He's going deep. Slide in. He's getting blocks as much as possible. But he sets up that Chopper kill. Second slash doesn't connect onto Rocket. Just slightly too fast. Two big ults for 1 kill in the first part of combining. Not the reward you really want from that level of ults. And now Timeless will have a much more reasonable chance of a retake of Molten Core, which should in theory stop Regime doing too much with this rally. Maybe this rally will be better served just to stop any kind of aggression coming out. They break the turret. Molten Core coming in. He's actually trying to push with it here, Rocket. He's put it on every door as he tries to find some pressure, but Regime hasn't been forced to rally at all. Sleep now onto Rocket as well. Safe inside his own come. But the rotation here from Squid, he's picked off too. They're trying to force it forward. Graveyard's going to try and rotate forward, but they are all over him. No chance to even use that rally in the end. And while we're on a sleeping Rocket POV, Squid has just flanked around and got 2 torpedo kills. Alright, now they've at least got it to the end of second point. So next fight is, if they win it, Shikigami will cap second, basically. The problem is Timeless have both support ults and overclock, Meteor Strike, loads of things that can make this really tricky. Looks like Shikigami now considering going through main, trying to get a bit of an angle for Drunk onto the Ash right now. Dynamite onto Chopper, doesn't connect though. Trying to find these dings. It's actually Chopper getting the better of Natural now as Regime is going to keep Drunk packed up. Another swing coming out. Can't find any connects though. Riker's got this Meteor Strike going off during all of this. Overclock from Chopper as well as they try and force something right now. But Chopper's trying to push through the flank. They will force him out of copy. Can they catch the Echo? There we go. Chopper will finish that one off. Ray was used on point from Squid during all of this as Solo's going to try and bomb and remake. Doesn't get the remake. 2 players down. Shikigami, they need to save this rally. 2 fights in a row now. No chance to use this rally in any of it. Timeless did spend quite heavy there, though. It was, what was that, like a 3-for 2 trade and not the highest value ult. They do go get the stagger kills in spawn right now, though. Junker Queen swap now from solo. Not seen a lot of... We've seen some Queen today. I think maybe every region, but none of it has been particularly successful. Oh, Drunk is going to take his head taken off. More time off the clock right now. Shikigmai are approaching last chance territory here on the attack. Baits out the bash, and now Regime's going to keep going, but he's rallied quite early. They're trying to get out, but Regime is on the chase. Riker's just going to try and punch everyone back, buy more time and space. And Timeless are good for this disengage. They now have a clear beat push timing here to go aggressive. Graveyard has the nano. Might have to save that one to be defensive right now. Gonna sleep the cart, but the cart is an inanimate object and it cannot go to sleep. So no sleep now for this next engage. Nade will come out. Oh, it's an absolute travesty from Graveyard. Oh, it's an absolute travesty. Nano doesn't get off as well before Rocket takes his head off. Chopper's going to get under a lot of pressure from Solo, but it's now getting full pocket. Regime will go down. And it'll end not with a bang, but with a whimper. As Timeless claim map number 2. It's just got to be nerves, right? I mean, seems the simplest explanation. What's with all the Torb Sim today? First time chatter. Essentially, what's sort of happened in the week of scrims is people have kind of come to the conclusion that, you know, Torb and Sim, people felt it looked quite strong in rank, so they tried it, and it actually works out as a pretty good counter to Hazard. Not only can these heroes survive a lot of the Hazard engages, but they can also actually kill the Hazard on a lot of engages, which is why even in places we're not seeing, like maybe the sort of classic Torb Sim Bull, which is kind of like, I guess, like the headline comp. We're seeing a lot less Hazard because people are just worried that the Torb and Sim can just, you know, one swap away from making his life really hard. Why from Torb Sim to Bull to Venture Sim? I think Venture just, again, like, really effective in these ranges, right? Like, while a lot of heroes don't like fighting a Torb, don't even like fighting a Sim if they have turrets up and stuff, like Genji, Tracer, all probably pretty guilty of this. I think, actually, the Venture is really good in those matchups, right? It gets the shields back from all their abilities. Very durable in this. Great one-shot combos. Can even burn through the damage. Hide underground and all that. Aren't the NA games today just blowout? Yeah, unless we're going to see one of the most miraculous comebacks. I mean, it looks like curtains for Shikigmai, right? And then we've got SSG afterwards. But yeah, this one is, I mean, looks the way we expect it to be. SSG is going to play Amplify after this. Amplify are the Malga team, the sort of surprise qualification through the open qualifier, so should in theory be very good for SSG. Obviously, the nature of playing these comps, these teams who have like one comp they're really good at, think of them as like an allergy for Vision, right? Vision Esports still ultimately losing most of their games, but they might always be good for a map. When they get their first map pick, they can take it to a map that really favors their comp. They can use their bans to really force a favorable matchup for their comp. They're actually maybe good for one on some occasions. So maybe that's kind of the expectation. SSG probably 3-0, maybe drop a map. SSG vs Amplify the next, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I understand why they want good games in the first week. 100%. We'll talk about this a bit more, like, as a group on Uncoachable. But for TLDR, I think we're very much same page, Braven, of like, it does make sense to make sure there are good games on the opening day. Good games in each region as well. Maybe especially like Genji versus Virtus Pro being the opener. I like it. First look at two of the partner teams. Haven't seen these players play in a while. Haven't seen these squads play together. Great curtain raiser there for EVA. Really on board with it. But we don't need every single game to be a banger, right? We just, you know, put a couple of good ones in there. Maybe a good one at the very start of each region. Good one at the very end, maybe on Sunday or something. Still make it a big weekend. And just spread out these games a little bit more. Because otherwise, I think as well, it's not just this week. I think next week is basically identical in North America in terms of games that will really, like, you know, get more than just for hardcore tuning in for. Yeah, well, I think there's enough good games that you could just have that, right? Because I think, like, Korea do a slightly better job of balancing the schedule. It's not always perfect, and there's probably, like, you know, they could have done a little bit more. But you normally get, like, every week in Korea, there's, like, 1 or 2 games that are actually, like, oh, yeah, these are the top quality games, you know? But yeah, not too much to write home about in this first day of North America. Alright, so we're on Esperanza. The map's still going on. Sojin banned from Shikigami. Trying to maybe force some of this Sim Torb type comp. No surprise to see you guys are thinking 97% chance here. Timer's going to be playing Genji Torb, so I feel like Rocket's life is going to be really hard. Riker's going to take 1 billion damage as well. Mao get into Bull. We might see some of this in the SSG matchup as well, if SSG are also leading the way of these new comps. Rolling through, mainly just a bit of drive-by, collecting some shields. Riker, now the TP push actually comes in right now, trying to flip the map. They take Chopper's turret down. Roll through from Riker, makes Graveyard awfully low, and Chopper from the other side. Rocket over the top right now, combining with Riker is low. Doesn't quite have deflect for a second. Gets squashed, but the damage has been done. They find the engaged timing. They bleed him out a little bit. It was a aggressive flip attempt from Shikigami right there, but Timeless were ready for it. Now they have support up. Advantage Timeless. 70+% for both B and Beret. Ready to go on those. Drunk will be swapping on Sombra to try and counter up this ball a little bit. Make Riker's life a little bit harder. And to be fair, if they ever do catch Riker, there is a real chance actually with the Malga damage and the Torp damage, they can punish this ball if they catch him in a bad spot. For now though, Timer's happy to play high ground, get up to some of their ults before they really make any significant moves. Squid has this Ray ready to go already. Mr. Fast charging Ray. Oh, Ryan. Now the stop comes out from Solo, looking for the engage. Hack underneath right now. Catches for Genji actually. Some shields transferred. This Ray will come out right now, but because Solo has committed that stop, he's going to take so much damage, but somehow gets to his second stop timing. Rocket and Riker now going to try and clear this flank, and Squid, look at that. Squid is so aggressive actually on these Juno. When his Torp takes the flank, when his Genji goes in, when his ball goes in, you know who else is in there? Squid's in there firing some torpedoes. Huge value for him on these dives, and so often that torpedo damage or that little just extra bit of healing, extra bit of damage from the Juno can be the real difference maker in these dives, working or not working. Gonna try and contest before the point right now. So Solo has denied the checkpoint, but oh my god, they're so far back when this Ray comes out, and Timeless are going to stroll away from this one. Can stop for an ice cream if they want. Slam onto the high ground right now just for keep Riker safe. The cage comes out. Does catch the ball, I think. But he's going to come in the cage. And it's going to be... Oh, yeah, they try it. The cage is just going to get deleted. Look how quickly that cage goes down. Can't find the damage onto Regime, though. Oh, just about at the end. Final couple of shots set up Squid for that kill. It was a bit of a load exchange there between Danny and Chopper right now. But as for the dust settles... as for dust settles, it's still actually 350. TP in to try and finish this kill, but playing body blocker is Chopper. And now, Shikigami have actually, you know, through all the trades, have got a decent enough situation to walk back out right now, and Danny has the EMP ready to go. Awkward one to blade into right now. Might just be a decision of tempo for Timeless. But again, not an easy comp to blade into. Brig, Cass, Malga. Taking their time, EMP over top, catches 4 of them and a stop onto Chopper as well. Great setup here, everything engages. Rocket has pulled the blade, but that blade is a wet noodle. And Shikigami, convincing fight win off the back of that EMP. They should get a late kill onto Squid. A late kill onto Squid, there we go. Late kill onto Squid. Trying to catch this ball as well if they can, but Drunk will regroup on the high ground and set up again for their next one. Pushing towards checkpoint and threatening checkpoint right now. Timeless, they do have the Ray coming back and an Orisa swap from Riker. Clearly not feeling it into the ball. Obviously, Cass Sombra will make would make all the ball's life really hard. So it seems a reasonable enough swap. Matches up okay into the Malga. They're going to force for Sombra off point right now. Solo is going to stop back, so no checkpoint secured for Shikigami on this one. And now the Ray push comes out. No charge available for Solo just yet as they try and go. He gets back to his next charge. Does go out, but there are players stuck behind right now. Graveyard is going to get caught. Drunk finds a trade during all of this, but Danny has no way out right now. Drunk still battling in the front line, but low on resources, low on players. Shikigami, they're about to have ults, but hard situation to clutch from. You see a flank going through left-hand side right now. Riker's going to push from the front. Oh, hack onto Rocket. The cage as well. Spin has been invested. Ray as well. All right, they're going to die okay. Chopper tries to let loose in the cage, but it's too little too late. It was such a powerful combo. I mean, honestly, I don't know what the timing... I swear Chopper could have just not... He could have just held it, right? I know sometimes it's hard to hold it when it's time, but I think he should have held it better. He's actually going to swap in all of this. Interesting. The cat seems a reasonable enough pick into some of this, but I thought the Torp was also fine, honestly.
We just took the lead.
Drunk has EMP ready to go again. The execution last time was really clean from Shikigami. The stop timing worked, and Shikigami are now in the lead. Checkpoint in hand, looking for more. Hack now onto Rocket. Luke Mino has the beat to respond to this EMP, but right now he's actually just base checking the Sombra right now, forcing Drunk to take a step back. And Shikigami with the lead, choosing to slow it down. We're going to drop this high noon from... That's just quite far back, really. Easy disengage again for Timeless. A couple of these ults just gone that way. Drunk's going to be scouted out again, and they'll be forced back. But Shikigami, they're in no rush. They can give a little bit of space here. Let Timeless walk out into them. Set up an easy EMP for Drunk, and that is what they are looking for. Support in line. Only catches for DPS, though. Beat comes through from Luke. Good position from Luke to get that one. They take a back step now, Timeless. They have a Terror Surge to turn as this rally comes through the corner. Regime has to be careful. Terror Surge catches a few of them. Bash out. Danny is in the bits right here. They're pushing forward. Spear won't connect, though. But Danny will get finished off by Luke Mino. Too close in that one. Now walking forward, another spin available. This should be the end of Solo. Hacks out the spin, but not fully stopped. Riker hit a spear challenge, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. They win the ult trade regardless there. Timeless in a very tricky fight from the low ground to the high ground. And remember, they seriously get cap here, Timeless, so there's a chance for Shikigami to contest, and they'll have Ray for it, but that's about all they'll have. Whereas Timeless are going to have a Ray, plus a lot more to throw into this as well. Chopper, expectant of a flank from Danny, is there to greet him with a flashbang. I think if I'm Shikigami, I actually don't go for this checkpoint. It's so hard to contest. We're going to TP to underneath, so they're committing right now. Chance to just go with Ray from Squid. Yeah, Ray Blade coming through, straight on, bash away, but no escape from Graveyard. They try and hit the counter stop right now, but they're actually doing so much damage here with this Ray Blade. Just going to be just going to be Regime alive at the end. They'll both get taken down. Now checkpoint happens. They get a chance for a recontest here. That's the big question. Now, that's the big question here for Shikigami. If they're quick, they can, but Chopper can actually just hide in and make this really awkward for him. So he doesn't quite have the cage yet, but I think the trades were enough that Timers aren't quite ready for this next fight. And therefore, just going to slow it down onto the high ground. Lead is down to 7 meters for Shikigami now. Genji's meeting on the high ground. Gronk has made his way onto the sim as well in some of this too. Cage available soon for Solo. Hiding Terror Surge though, maybe he actually just take that fight. Remember back in the Amalgameta, a lot of cast was played. If you kept the High Noon out of a cage, actually a great chance to still get value out of the High Noon, make the cage fight really awkward for the Malga team. So it might just be Chopper trying to opt for something like that rather than trying to force it around the corner. They're trying to poke their way in right now, and Timeless don't seem to be making any money moves right now, just biding their time. Shikigami don't need to do anything. Just a fake TP around, sending some turrets through that one. Now Riker's going to make the move. Stomp comes back. Riker is awfully low. Beat comes through from Luke Mino. Only catches 3 of them. The cage splits for rest. Rally comes in and they cancel the hide into Chopper. Now the Terror Surge from Riker looking for all of it. They're going to use the payload as cover though. And they hold the line, Shikigami. Not quite over yet. 6 meter lead and a little bit. Simwall Blade available for Shikigami. We're down to a minute and a half on the clock. Timeless have Ray advantage. Squids is 30% faster than Regime. But Ray is really powerful. Even versus something like Simwall. Maybe a lot of onus here on Shikigami to get value out of this Blade. What Shikigami could also do potentially is, you know, like tank the fight and go for the recontest, but the lead is really slim, so it's maybe a little bit scary to do. It's still on onus is on Timeless to start the fight. Lots of damage onto Riker actually. Simwall comes in, might need to raid really soon. Oh, they're really greedy with it, Squid. They're going to raid back now. Can Shikigami disengage? No, Danny dies. It was Danny who had the ult. The raid back, but Timeless, but macro is just better. It's a classic cap gap. Now re-pushing. Solo's going to reset to the high ground right now, and Shikigami have to be careful not to stagger right now. Regime's going to die. Just have to accept the death here, Drunk. Solo as well is going to be able to stomp out of this one. into the final 30 seconds. Final fight, Blade versus Blade. Gonna go into overtime on this corner. If Timeless, it's a simple winner takes all situation in this next fight. Shikigami fighting for any success in OWCS, really. You're gonna have to work for everything. This is a great chance. Rocket's going to start right now. Coming out with Blade. It's good onto Graveyard. Rocket again. Rocket's done it. But Blade back from Danny. It's too little, too late. And Rocket has found the engage. And again, in the clutch, I don't know if it's enough. Danny does get the kill. But with no support, Chopper's just going to walk forward. Even going to steal some ult charge off of this just to get a bit more charge for Squid. No ults coming back for Shikigami. I think they can get a touch. We are in overtime, remember. Lead's about to go, so we have to get ready to contest. They contest before the lead is given right now. Chopper drops for High Noon. Rocket coming back on the Farah. Luke Mino kills Danny. Geralda's drunk is on Widow. We need a big clutch. Avoids for High Noon, actually, but Graveyard in big trouble. There's the beat from Luke. Riker has the Terror Search too. Need to hit so many headshots now. Drunk. But Riker hits the spear. Rocket will get the cleanup. Timeless complete the free aim. And there were chances. It's maybe as close as Shikigami have come. But hard to argue that wasn't the result we expected. Hard to argue that wasn't the result that Timeless deserved based on that performance. Appreciate Shikigami taking us different directions, trying to play different comps. Not a huge amount of success, honestly, but that's the nature of being the underdog team against one of our teams that have actually performed quite well in OWCS so far, you know? So Timeless last week, for you if you're like out, they 3-0 Team Liquid, which was like put them on the map for this season, right? And then they lost. What was the score in the end versus Nightmare? Was it a 3-2 loss to Nightmare? Can't remember, but they lost to Nightmare. Yeah, it was a Route 66 map 5, right? They lost to Nightmare. It's all coming back to me now. It was the Luke. Have you seen the Luke Mino clip? It was the Luke Mino clip. It feels mean to bring it up now since he just won the series, you know, but you haven't seen it, Cat, mate? You've got a bit of selective memory going on there, mate. Probably for the best. Probably for the best. Luke Ajax? Yeah, I mean... He didn't? I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty strong memory of it, but I don't know. Gaslight me all you want. That one is that one I think is unfortunately is actually one for the history books, right? But yeah, nice easy one. All right, I'm gonna go grab maybe grab another drink, grab myself another Pepsi, and lock in for SSG because we're actually speed running through games right now, right? Speed running through games. Maybe if we got time, I'll do a cheeky marbles when I'm back. Let's see. I do have access to the SSG channel, so maybe I've got like some kind of inkling. Yeah, maybe I should get a wiggle on. All right, I'll get a wiggle on. I'll be right back, and we should be back in time for this next game. Ooh.
the only interview. So Riker, I hope you can hear us. First of all, congratulations on the dub. What a dominant performance. What was your prep looking like hanging into this, knowing that, at least in the European region, the meta has switched up significantly already just within the last 4 days?
Thank you. Honestly, there was really minimal prep. We just made sure not to overthink it, you know. I think, you know, like other matches like Liquid versus Amplify, you know, there's obviously like some favor for Liquid, but if they get nervous and they like overanalyze, they're definitely going to choke that one.
Riker, I gotta ask, what the hell's going on with the tanks at the moment, right? You know, last week it's like all Hazard. This week we see a lot of Ball. We're seeing Orisa coming back. What's the state of tanks, at least in your opinion?
Honestly, I think with the 5-man roster, we really like to play to our strengths, but we also have that flexibility as a tool in our kit. So I really think we play towards that, and you know, it's pretty easy so far.
Yeah, I mean, Riker, you guys look amazing. How has it been kind of coming back into this OWCS season with a lot of players that you have had so much experience being able to play with in the past? Does that give you more confidence?
Yeah, I think having a familiarity with the roster that we have right now, like we found our supports, and I really think that they're some of the best in the region, and I look forward for our forward matches.
Right on. Well, we're gonna let you head to celebrate or whatever else it is you're doing. I know you only have one match this week, so I'm sure you guys are gonna go back to prep for week 3. So that's it from us. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck in week 3.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm back. Did they do an interview? What am I looking at? I think I know what I might be looking at. Shall we watch? Let's see. What could this be?
Alright, time to watch some OWCS. Wait a second. Get this off me! I'm now a part of Space Station Gaming.
Boom. Can we get 5 booms for that?
Alright, time to watch some OWCS. Wait a second. Get this off me! I'm now a part of Space Station Gaming.
Not part of his
Alright, time to watch some OWCS. Wait a second.
Co-streamer. Yeah. Partner in crime. What a duo, eh? Me and my best friend PG at it again. Hey, Dispel. Knock him. Nah, we'll ride solo for this one. Alright, what's the status of this game? I think Max is still in practice range. Impregnate him? That's I feel like now I put my my future marriage in jeopardy. Hey babe, I got this coworker pregnant. Funny story. Oh wait, we got time for marbles. We can fucking do this. Speed run. Get ready. Who's the official timeless? It's only for partner teams, Braven. Only partner teams have it. What a moment to log back in. Alright. Quick play. Where are we going? Where are we going for our quick play? Let's do a King of the Corner for our quick play. All right, chance to spin the wheel, chance to win a prize. You know how it works. Let me cut the VOD before I forget as well.